doing it. It's 7:04.
We're doing it, and we're doing it on time, girls. We're ready. Yeah, I can't believe the boys are still there and they don't come back for another week. They
That's
still don't
wild.
come back for another week. I just know their transition back is going to be awful.
It's gonna be rough. It's gonna
It's
be
gonna
real
be rough.
rough.
I wonder if we can ask our moderator in the chat if they took
Oh,
off
yes.
one day to recover. Thank you, Mod. The moderator is back in action. It's morning time they're in Seoul currently. They are literally the third party personally that I know that is currently in Seoul.
That's interesting.
I know. And I had like no idea. And then like all these influencers were in Seoul like a week and a half ago too. I was like, is this just the time to fly to Seoul?
It's
Is
like
this
when
the
you did
season?
your Mediterranean cruise. Everybody
Yes,
was going that
everyone was
week.
in everyone was in Italy last year. The year before they were all in Greece. And this year is Seoul. Where will next year be? We should get
That's
ahead
a
of the
good
game.
I know, that's a good question. I feel like it'll be, maybe maybe a Tokyo or something, who
Maybe
knows?
Tokyo because Fantasy Springs opening.
It'll probably be Beach Hives, though.
I think Chives, the destination of 2025, Tornado Alley, Chives,
Tornado
Iowa.
Alley in May. In May. You gotta come
May.
in April, May. That's the sweet
There
spot.
there is a town 45 minutes west that just got demolished just now. Like absolutely destroyed. It's really sad. I've never heard of it before, but I saw somebody I know who were like, "Oh, not my hometown." I'm like, "I've never heard of this town." But it's just 45 minutes west and they like literally everything in the town got hit. I'm like, "Oh, sorry. My fern
That's
fell
like
over."
Oklahoma.
I know. It's just I was like, we tornadoes obviously, but the storms have been so bad. Like there were two in the middle of the night last night. There was a massive one at 8:30 this morning when sirens were going off. And then one today that hit at like 4. Like Jace called me. He's in Chicago right now and he called and he's like, "You should go to your parents. Like they have a finished basement. Like and our basement is not finished and we could go there, but you can still like hear the thunder." And he's like, "Just go over to your parents so Winnie is fine." They let schools out 2 hours early today because they knew tornadoes were coming. I was like, I have never heard of that. I've never heard of a school being let out because of severe thunderstorms and potentially a tornado warning.
I mean, it's smart though, at least because it's like, especially if it's supposed to happen like when like pickup is or like shortly
Yeah.
after pickup, because
Yeah.
because I think back to like the Oklahoma tornadoes that like where you hear the story of like a bunch of kids and a teacher being trapped somewhere.
So
And it's
sad.
like but also but then it's getting all the parents to pick them up and stuff. Seems
Right.
like a
And it's the
mess.
last week of school for a lot of them.
Yeah.
So it's just stressful, I'm sure.
Well, I was seeing on Twitter today because okay, so I got rid of
Did you
Twitter.
re-download? I was gonna say, did you
I d-
re-download?
I did not, but I have it for work. So when someone in the
Oh.
chat sends me a Twitter link, I click on it, and then I'll look at it through the grad school's Twitter account. But then I'll look at the feed or whatever, and so this past week in Houston, there was these big storms and like electricity's been out in a lot of Houston for a lot of the city, or at least like a good chunk of the city. So like the schools didn't have electricity. And then the schools finally got electricity back. And they were like bringing the kids back on Monday, but then like half of them didn't have AC, like the AC wasn't working.
Oh,
So
not in
like
Houston.
yeah.
Ugh.
Like they were having to like some principals were like, "Don't come." But then some were they finally like had to like, because there's like a rule that's like if the AC cannot be fixed within like 3 hours or it rises above a certain temperature, you have to let them leave. And they're
Yeah.
all like, "Well, the kids are doing exams and stuff." It's like, "Listen, there was like a it was a big storm. These kids probably haven't had electricity at home, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Just forget the exams, you know? Like these things
What good yeah, I
happen.
was gonna say, what good do these exams do? Truly, they can skip a little second grade math test. It's
Yeah,
not
like
it's not progressing them in their
at the
lives, let's
yeah,
be
at
honest.
this point, well, and they were saying it was seniors, but it's like at this point, just let them graduate.
Just let them
Like
graduate. Just let them graduate. Are you kidding me?
just
Gosh,
it's not worth it.
silly. It's not.
Whenever, we've got all these crazy storms and stuff.
No.
That's life.
We didn't
Um,
have AC growing up in my, like, K through 8, and so anytime it was above 90 degrees, we got 90 degrees outside, we got let out early. So that was exciting.
that's just
But yeah,
like not at all, like just none. No
none.
AC.
No AC.
That's Iowa for you.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
that's not great part of town, Iowa for you. We weren't the rich kids growing up. The
yeah.
rich kids, the rich Catholic schools had AC, you know, we
Did
didn't.
y'all ever have like uh the like the what are they called? Like the like offshoot, like classrooms, the portables. We call them the
Yes,
portables.
our kindergartens were portables.
Wow.
Yeah,
Kindergarten in the
yeah,
portables?
yeah. They, like, made it all cute though,
Uh-huh.
their little rugs and
I never had like a full class in the portables. I had like in middle school, one of my like health class was in the portables. So you like walk out the back of the school and would go to the portables. But there were definitely like um growing up, like in elementary school, there would just be like a class that all year was in the portable.
oh, really?
And yeah, and that just seemed like it would be awful. Cause
It was
like,
fun.
what do you do when you go to the bathroom? Like you gotta go all the way inside?
You gotta go to the other building. Ours wasn't too far away.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too far either, but it's just still, I
It
don't know.
made it an adventure. Anytime you got to go to lunch
Oh, yeah.
or you got to go on an adventure. You got to walk together to go to the building. How exciting.
Wow. Beefreed's first classroom was a portable.
I think there's something fun to them. Um, RJ asks, "Is Four Seasons baby guesting today?" You guys, in our group chat, did you read the group chat? I hope you did because it is all conscious baby, Four Seasons baby.
Four
If you have
Seasons
not
baby.
seen this video, I'm begging you to go to TikTok and watch it. It is this mother asking her family if they're ready to go to the Four Seasons Orlando. And this baby points with his finger up and it goes, "Me, me." I'm just like obsessed. I hope the Four Seasons hosts them. Have we heard
I
if
hope
they're
so
gonna be
too.
hosted?
The latest I heard was that Four Seasons baby is a girl.
Oh,
So that's the latest, or it was in one of the chats just now. There's 2 chats, so, it could really
per
be
their
either.
finger. I mean,
But
I'm sure if they regularly go to the Four Seasons Orlando, I don't think they need to be hosted at the Four Seasons Orlando.
yeah, but the
But
Four
still,
Seasons just need to jump on that, you know?
yeah, they do. I think so. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Everybody has been giving baby the old man voice. I mean, I don't mean to gender a baby, but I thought it was a boy.
I mean, they're it's like that typical, like, baby where it's just like he they only have a diaper on and they have no hair yet. So it's just like could
But
really be anyone. It's like the caricature of a
that's why
baby.
it's literally the caricature of the baby, and that's why it's so funny with its fine motor skills. Just the finger kills
Yeah.
me. The pointing up of the finger. Whereas like the toddler was like flailing around their hand, like,
Yeah.
"Meh," and the baby was just like, "I'd like to go. May
Yeah.
I please go to the Four Seasons? Thank you.
Like
Play
fully I love
a
that
good
they call
round
it
of
like
golf."
fully conscious baby, because
fully
yeah, it's
conscious
just
baby.
truly just, like, knows everything for being, like, not even a year old,
Oh,
just, like,
iconic. Really
so
good.
good. But
That's not the only thing that graced our For You pages this week.
oh, yeah. We've been speaking of people that well, this person was not staying at the Four
Not fully
Seasons.
conscious baby.
Yeah. Not fully conscious, fully intoxicated
Fully
baby
intoxicated
JoJo.
baby, JoJo. JoJo
JoJo
Siwa
Siwa,
celebrated her 21st birthday at Epcot on Sunday,
as all
and
as all 21-year-olds should do,
with
drunk
Tyler
around
Cameron
Epcot.
from The Bachelor, which that friendship from her little whatever reality show that she
That
did.
was it the show with Tom Sandoval? The one
Yeah,
where
is
they were
that
like
the armed forces thing?
yes.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was that one.
Which I don't know, where did that come out on? Like Fox or
I
something?
don't know. I feel but I think Christy Carlson Romano is currently filming it because she was being all I saw For You page or on my For You page, she came up like giving like a cryptic message about how she cannot contact anyone for 6 weeks and it was so hard to say goodbye to her family. And I was like, get
She's
off of my
filming
For You
yeah.
page, Christy Carlson Romano. I'm
Yeah,
begging you.
and, like, the people that I saw that were on that show was, like, Tom Sandoval, and it's like, "Okay, I'm out. I'm already out." Like, but, like, yeah, JoJo Siwa was on it, and they're yeah, like, they're, like, out in the you know, in nature doing tough
Like
stuff.
Survivor, but I have no idea
It's like, yeah, it's
necessarily.
Survivor, but if it was, like, ran by the military, I don't know, it doesn't look fun. Like, any of those
Of
shows,
course
like
not.
any of those shows, the parts where they're, like, actually doing, like, weird, rough challenges, that's not the fun part. I wanna see you
No.
back at the house doing something
Yes.
stupid. That's why that's why all of my TV shows, the best ones, are just literally just focus on the house and doing and, like, just, like, being there and doing stuff like that and not having like, Traders did it good. I will say Traders did it good because
Good
the
balance.
challenges were, like, unserious. And, it was like they had, like, things they had to do, but it was just, like it wasn't, like, as crazy as these other shows that, like, actually, like, make them do hard stuff.
Yeah, that's not
But
fun for me.
but yes, JoJo was wearing a construction vest,
You guys,
at
I
Epcot.
am I don't know how many times I need to go back on my statement that I stan JoJo after not standing JoJo for the longest time. I miss Dancing with the Stars JoJo. Let's bring her
Mhm.
back. Let's bring out newly open JoJo, who is just trying to like find herself in this new world and is so
Yes.
exciting and so just loving. Karma JoJo wearing her bedazzled construction vest, running around Epcot screaming the song Karma at Disney guests
Yeah.
who don't know nor do they care about the lyrics to this song.
Mhm.
I I think no, I truly cannot get on board with it. And I cannot believe that poor VIP guide who had to walk around Epcot with her and just
Oh
like
my gosh.
witness her
Yeah.
getting hammered and screaming at people and just taking photos with people.
Yeah.
Awful.
Like, I think I do like that at least, like, JoJo was drunk so that, like, she was okay with taking photos and, like, getting like, I like that she was, like, embracing the video saying with other people taking, like, TikToks with her or, like, videoing her because then that could have gotten really messy if, if she was making the, like, VIP, guide, like, step in and stuff. So, it
Oh,
was like
sure, I guess.
she was kind of free, and so it was, like, very unserious, but also if you're, like, a guest if you're a CP and you're just like, "I'm gonna go to Epcot and see if I can find JoJo," which is what I saw,
A
I was like,
lot of
"Oh,
people did that.
that's funny." But if you're, like, a guest, a paying guest, and you're, like, just trying to, like, enjoy your day,
Your
and you
Sunday afternoon.
yeah, and you see JoJo there, like, belligerently, like, trying to get you to, like, sing her song, I would be like, please get away from
It
me.
looked like from a TikTok she uploaded that she was staying at the cabins at Fort Wilderness
Yes.
with
Yeah,
just, like, the most incredible amount of liquor in the world.
and snacks, I have to, like
Yeah, it was something else because I don't know, it's always just so funny because it's, like, obviously, it's not her first time drinking, like, clearly,
Oh, yeah.
especially when they do that and have the obscene amount of liquor that is available to them, but
Mhm. Yeah, like and I thought it was so funny that they were at the cabins, cause yeah, it looked
wait,
like a
right,
cabin.
and not even, like, a new cabin,
No, it
like,
looked
an
like one of
old
the old
cabin.
cabins. I
Yeah,
thought they would at least get, like, one of the at least get the, like, big, cabin from Wilderness Lodge, you know?
right! It was shocking to me, and I'm like, "I don't know," but it kinda fits. Like, I
It
can't
kinda
see JoJo
fits.
staying at a Copper Creek cabin, like, it's just but a cabin in the
Yeah.
middle of nowhere? Absolutely.
So now I'm like, where do what it's like, does she do and she probably just, like I mean, she loves going to Disney, so she probably hops around resorts and stuff. But
Yeah.
it probably is the nicest just to have a cabin, so it's like you're not, like, walking the halls of the lobby or anything with
Right, like,
anyone.
the Copper Creek cabins, there's only, like, what, 12 of them? So,
Yeah.
it should be easy to track down. People would
Uh-huh.
be searching forever for
Oh, for
her
a
amongst
wilderness
them.
lot or Fort Wilderness cabin,
Yes.
yeah. But
Ugh,
it looks like she had a great time.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad for her, and I am so glad I was not there
Yeah.
because my ass would have been going to a different park after seeing from whatever late night talk show she had the day or 2 before. She told them that they were going to Epcot to celebrate. Uh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, don't tell people.
Don't tell people. I think she wanted somebody though, I saw somebody compare. They were like, "People who are worried about JoJo, like, it's like Charlie Sheen when he was on coke." It's like the same level of I don't even know, but I was like, "This is a fascinating TikTok."
And, like, that's
It's a
quite
wild
the jump.
accusation.
Yeah.
It is a wild accusation because like, JoJo has always been like that,
She's like that sober.
sober. Or I guess, so we know. We don't know. We're
Exactly,
not we're
yes.
not sure. But anyway, it was quite
Anyway.
interesting to see it, and I kept scrolling
Mhm.
past it. I was like, "Please stop showing this to me.
It kept
I'm
showing up
done."
on Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had an interesting weekend. I mean, I documented it on Close Friends. I did my first ever audition for an improv team.
That's
Um,
right, your
so I've
audition.
so I've
Walk us
never
through
done
it.
an audition before. You know,
Yeah.
never for anything. Like the only
Mhm.
thing I've ever auditioned for is like the like all city orchestra team. Like, like I've never done any kind
How
of
old were you there?
oh, middle school.
Okay, alright.
I think I got it, but I think most people got it.
Sure, sure,
So,
sure.
I've never auditioned for anything, but they were holding auditions because the theater that I did my improv classes at that I really enjoy, they're building 2 house improv teams. And I've always wanted to be kind of on like a house team or something,
Mhm.
because it basically just means that like we'll perform once a month. It'll be once a month on Sundays at like the end of the month. So they're building 2 house improv teams and a house sketch team. I didn't want to do sketch because I'm not an actor. Let's just say that.
Improv's where
But
you thrive.
improv's where I thrive because y'all know I can't read a script to save my life.
What do you mean?
Um,
All of our shows are scripted. You do just fine.
oh yeah. But I d- I wanted to join because I tried to be on an improv team like with like the people that I did my classes with. The problem with that is just like if we didn't have a show, then there was no like reason to practice or like we it fell off very quickly because like
Mm.
we did like one show and then we tried to do another show and it got canceled because nobody bought tickets. So
Famously, I remember.
so it's just like I would like to be on a team where it's like, okay, like we're with the theater, we have a show, and then it's like so you'll get to know people, you get to know new people, and then
Mhm.
you just get to have fun. And so I signed up whenever I was like I had to be at a moment where I was like, yeah, I want to do this cuz every other time I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. Then I'm like, well, let me just sign up so I have to go. So I signed up and then I got an email and said, "Okay, here's your time that you'll be coming in and what will happen is it'll be you and like handful of other people and you guys will just do some warm-ups and then you'll do a short montage improv scene and then if you're called back, we will email you back." So I did it and when I and then I was like having like stress dreams of where I like missed my
Oh, the
improv and I
worst.
missed my, like, audition. I was like, "Oh
Yes.
god," having the stress dreams. But then so I went, and I got there early, and so I'm, like, sitting in my car, like, waiting, because I got there way too early. And then a girl had gotten there too, and she had parked, and we're, like, parked downtown, so we're, like, parked on the street kind of, and she got up, and then I knew who she was.
Mm.
So, like, I've done improv with her before, I've had a class with her, and I actually helped out her improv troupe one time, and joined them because some of their people couldn't make it for a show. So, I I saw her and she's like, "Oh, cool." She's like, "At least I'll know one person in there, blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Yeah, that's great." So, it ended up being, like, 3 girls, 3 guys in our little, like, 1:30 session, and it was really good. Like, the girls were just, like, they're very strong, like, improv people. Like, they're just really good. They're very funny. One of the girls was just, like, really good about, like, bringing people on, like, where it's like
Oh,
she's good
she's
at
a yes
inviting.
and girl.
Yes,
Yes.
she's good
She's like,
at,
"Let's
like
bring them in."
yes, she's good at being like, "Oh, I need my other assistant." Like, she's good at doing things like that to incorporate more people into the scene, makes it funnier.
Mhm.
So, we had some really good bits. It was so fun. Like, it was just like it was really good, and so then we as we were leaving, the next people were there waiting, and I saw, like, several girls. I'm like, "Oh, no, there's a lot of girls."
Mm.
Like, "Oh, no, my competition." Um, and so then they said, "Okay, you'll get an email around 3:30." So I drive home because at this point, it's like it's not even 2 o'clock.
Mm.
So and they said, "You'll get an email at 3:30. The first auditions will be at 4 for callbacks."
Got it.
So 3:30 hits. It's like 3:29,
Were
and
you
me
just,
and
like,
Joe
sitting by your phone, just
yes.
waiting,
Because
refreshing?
like, what had happened was me and Joe were going to we had dinner at 5:15 downtown.
5:15?
It was
Early bird special.
we yes, we had a I'll talk about that next, but we had
Okay.
dinner at 5:15. So the deal is that I told them I need to be done by 5. So the deal was that, like, if I got the audition, I would either be in the 4 or, like, 4:30 group, and then Joe would just come with me, sit and wait, and then we'd go to dinner. So 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 I made him get ready to be ready to leave at 3:30 if we need to, because 'cause we're
Sure.
20 minutes from, the comedy place. So I'm sitting there refreshing my
Oh,
phone, and then if you refresh it too much, you get, like, an error, like, you get, like, the little error that's like,
like,
"Oh,
"Looking
there's
stop."
a problem with your account," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." So I go in my office, I come in here and get my laptop. So then I'm just refreshing my
Oh my
Gmail
gosh.
on there, and I do this until 3:48,
Oh my
3:50,
gosh. The
and then
longest 20 minutes of your life.
I basically come out and I'm like, "Well, I guess I didn't get it." So I, like, changed clothes because I'd planned to go in what I wore for the first one and then just, like, bring a change of clothes to after the audition, change into that real quick, and then go out to dinner. So I was like, "Well, I guess I don't have to do that now, we just get to go to dinner." So then I change clothes, I'm, like, getting ready or whatever, and then I get an email at 3:57. and it was like, "Apologies for this being so late, but
Oh my god, how rude.
here's who's called back." So my name is on there, and then, it is, like the formatting was weird, but it says, like, 4:15, 4:45, 5:15, and so, like, I was on the 4:45 one, and
Mm,
they were like, "If you can't make it to yours 'cause the, you know, late whatever, because we messaged you late, just let
yeah.
us know, blah, blah, blah." Um, and so I'm like but then we get a second email that's like, "Oh, sorry, the formatting was kinda wonky. Here, let me send it again." And this one says 4, 4:30, and 5 o'clock. So I'm like so I'm at 4:30 now or 4:45? So I'm like, "Let's just go, Joe," because at
Yeah,
this point, it's like 4 o'clock. So I'm like, "Let's just go, get there, and we'll figure it out." So it turns out it was 4:45 because they moved it because of I don't know.
the delay.
They moved it
Because they
because of
emailed at
they were
3:57 and there's a time at 4.
yeah. So we get there and I'm just sitting there. Joe's with me. I found a parking spot just fine. Great. Love it. And then I'm wearing what I'm wearing to dinner. So I'm wearing like a dress and and I wore a denim jacket because I planned to not wear the denim jacket to dinner, but it was
Mhm.
just like so like
They're like, "Oh, she got
boobalicious.
fancy for her call
Yes.
back."
It's like 90 degrees outside. So but I'm
Oh,
like it
geez.
this dress is like so boobalicious like that I like can't just like be improving in this. I
No.
need a jacket.
You can't show tit
Um,
the first time. You gotta wait a little bit.
yeah. Yeah, you gotta wait. So in my callback was the girl from the first callback,
Mm.
that was, like, really good about, like, bringing people on, and it's
Oh,
really fun. I was like,
gotcha.
"Oh, great." She was in mine, and then we had basically a bunch of new players. So it was nice to get a mix of people. So we get in there, we do a quick, like, warm up. I did like that, like, the people that were, like, um, basically judging us, who were, like, the owners, they're, like it's like a kind of like a consortium of owners, like, there's several owners of this theater. So, the owners were sitting in there, and one of them looks at the other girl and goes, "Oh, you changed clothes." And she's like, "Yeah, blah, blah, blah." And then she says, "Oh, Casey, you changed too." So I'm like, "Oh, she knows my name." Like, that's good.
She's Did you, like, bring a headshot? Like, how did you prepare? Like a
No,
resume?
they just took a picture of us all as a group whenever we
Oh,
were there the first time, and they said, "Okay, now everyone just say your names." So I think they
got
just
it.
did, like, a video. So yeah, so she's like, "Oh, she remembers my name." And she's like, "Oh, you changed." She was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to dinner after this." So anyways, the second improv, it was weird. Our, like, word was the word fault. And
Mm.
so the first person that gets on, they they start the improv by being like, "It's not my fault I'm in love with you."
Oh my god, not that. That was
And
not
then
the
it's
first fault song that came to my mind, I will say. Okay,
yeah,
go on.
so they were just like doing it very literal, and so then it was just like we kept then she mentioned the Bible, so then, like, so many of the scenes started talking about the Bible, and I
No.
was like, "We have to get away from the
You're
Bible,
like,
we
"Get
have
me
to get
out of
away."
here."
Yeah, I'm like, "This is so bad." And this one girl just kept jumping into scenes, and, like, it was just, like, it wasn't very courteous of, like, everyone around, like, I think she was just, like, trying to get her screen time in, she's trying to get her FaceTime in. But it was just, like, she kept jumping in and, like, she wasn't, like, great to play with, and also that just sounds it's
No, that's
improv
good for
chat is just so
her.
funny,
Yeah,
like, improv chat is so funny being like, "Oh, like, I had great," like, afterwards, we're like, "Oh, we had great playing with you, blah, blah," because it's just playing,
it
it's just
is.
being
It's a big
silly.
game. Yeah, love
Yeah,
it.
but it was just like she just kept jumping into scenes, and I'm like, "I am not getting into any of this." So I got into a couple, but I also felt like I was intruding on them too, like, I don't know, like, but it was just like I did so well in the first one, but this one was just like we got stuck on the Bible, and it was just like, "Oh, this sucks, and we gotta move this around," and there were some really fun people in there. that, like, tried to move it forward in a different way, and it somehow would go back to something stupid. So and that's just what improv is, like, sometimes you just get and one thing with this is that, like, well, the 2 improv teams are gonna be coached by, um, 2 of the owners that are, like, improv people. So
Mm,
it's like you'll have a chance to, like, get better, and,
sure.
like, once you, like, know your team and stuff. So, we should hear back this week, but, I had fun. It was really fun, and, fingers crossed, I get it. But yeah, it was just like this it was so stressful because like, we're all thinking we didn't get it because none of us got the email, and then, we get the call back or whatever, but I don't know, but yeah, it was just I got so thrown off by, like, this one it's there's always someone that just,
There is
like
always someone who is just, like, not in your groove, and you're like, "You are messing me up entirely."
yeah, and they're just like, "You need to hang back." Like, you're not adding anything to the scene,
Mm,
and it's making it frustrating because it's like she'll jump up there, then, like, you don't wanna go up there because like, I don't wanna get stuck in a scene with you.
right.
Um, but yeah, yeah, so that was my improv, and then we went to dinner at this place called Red Ash, which is like a, like, Italian place, and it was literally so, like, it's apparently really hard to get a reservation, and so what had happened is that Joe's, coworker, she's, like, one of those people that, like, she knows all of the schedules for her favorite restaurants when they drop on, like, Resy and stuff,
Ooh,
and
that's a good
she will
skill
just
to
pick up
have.
reservations, and then, like, if she doesn't want it, then she throws it away or whatever. But she
Hmm,
was like, "Oh, Joe, do you want this reservation? Because I was gonna go for my birthday, but then we're going somewhere else. Do you just want my reservation?" And he's like, "Yeah." So she doesn't, like, switch it to he doesn't have a open table, or so she just, like, gives him, like, the screenshot of it. It was like, "Here it is, blah, blah." And so then we go and, like, our reservations for 5:15, which is wild, but,
it's
like,
a
this place
wild time.
s like, so hard to get into. It's, like, harder than Tiki Tatsuya. Like,
Oh.
because when we got there at 5:15, got there at 5:15, there was a line of, like, 6 like, parties, and only 2 of us had reservations, and
Oh.
everyone else was like, "Well, can we get in?" And they're like, "No." Like, every single table just has a reserve sign on it, basically,
Oh.
the bar was all reserved as
The
well.
bar
Like
was reserved?
yes, they book it's like when you book either the bar seating, you book upstairs, you book
Oh.
a booth, like, it's all reserved, and so everyone was, like, in that line did not have a reservation, and they're trying to get in at 5:15, and they're like, "Yeah, no," like, there's just like they're
There's
like,
no
"We're
way.
booked until 9:30. We have a 9:30. Do you wanna come back at 9:30?" And they're like, "No." Um,
Yeah, no shit, if they're coming at 5:15, you think they'd hold off till 9:30?
yeah.
No.
But we go and it was really I mean, it was really good. It was expensive and it was, like, super fancy, and it's, like, one of those things that you would only do, like, literally, once a year at best,
Yeah.
but she was like, "Oh, whose birthday is it?" And we're like,
Oh,
"Huh?"
mine,
And she's
obviously.
like, "Oh, it's got a birthday," and I should have improv and said, like, "Oh, it's mine,"
Mm.
but we're like, "Oh, no, it's not ours."
You coulda gotten something.
I know, I should have improv because we did buy the chocolate cake or whatever, so
Casey. And they woulda put a
I
candle
know.
in it for you, I'm sure.
Ugh, yeah, but
Missed opportunity.
yeah, so after some improv, I went and celebrated with a nice pasta dinner.
Lovely. That sounds
Mhm.
nice. Glad you
Yeah,
got to experience the red ash.
yeah, it was really good. But yeah, that was my weekend. Oh, and our pool opened up, so
Nice. Our pool's opened here as well. Very exciting. Love that time. Well, they opened up for
mhm,
adults. They opened up for the families this weekend,
mhm.
Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, nice. Oh, I was gonna try my I shouldn't be drinking my Alani this late,
Just try a
but
little bit. You're fine.
okay, I'm gonna grab it.
Okay,
Y
Casey
you
is
just got
trying
you
her
just
very
gotta
first.
vamp.
I can do that. Casey got her first Alani energy drink, which, girlies, if you know, I am an energy drink connoisseur. I I don't drink one every day, but I do drink a lot of them. Alani's are my energy drinks of choice, and there's a new flavor. It is the collaboration with Paris Hilton called Pink Slush. Pink Slush. Um, I have tried this already, but Casey's just came in the mail. I feel like she told me about it like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, that's part of my go off. So
Oh, okay. But wow. And this is your first time trying any of them?
any Alani, yes.
Okay. And
Never tried a one.
so I
I
have
was
thoughts on this one, but go ahead. I have my little
okay.
ranking.
I'm gonna tell you what it
On
smells
the
like
nose?
first. On the nose, it smells like pink lemonade or like someone referred to it as like nerds candy. It smells like pink lemonade or like a Starburst maybe.
Mm, mhm. On the palate?
She's good. She ta I feel like it's like Starburst or Nerds.
It
It's
so in my comparisons to Alani, it's really sweet.
mhm.
It was almost like a cotton candy nerd
Yeah, or like
situation.
Fanta. It reminds me of like Fanta.
Yes, it is very, very sweet. I can tell you Adam would probably hate it. Adam would hate all energy drinks because 'cause they're fake sugar.
Mhm.
But I do love Alani. I would give it out of a 10 ranking, I would have given it a 6.5 just because there are other flavors that I like significantly better.
Yeah.
But I have a couple of them and I will continue to drink them. It's not like one that I'm like avoiding drinking until I need to, you know?
Yeah.
I do like it.
It's like it reminds me of like a Fanta. Like just like
Yeah.
a red Fanta or something. You know, like something that like I normally wouldn't drink
Yeah.
just because I'd be like this has like a million calories and is whatever, but
Baby
this is
girl,
she's got 5.
it's got 5. 5
Miss Pink
calories.
Slush. I mean
I just they taste so good, and that's why I hate drinking one every day. Because 'cause I'm like, I legitimately like the taste of them, but I'm like, I
mhm.
do not always need 200 milligrams of caffeine. Like, that
Yeah,
is not something I wish they were half of that. I wish they were 100 milligrams.
yeah.
Diet Coke has, I think, like,
I'm like
40,
yeah,
I
I
wanna
was like,
say.
"Where's the cat?" I was like, "They don't even have the caffeine written on here." Do they?
Um, ooh, I was
Caffeine
very
content
close.
46
46.
46 milligrams,
I was so
and
close.
yeah, this is
200.
200. Oof.
200 milligrams. I also like, bubblers. Bubblers have 70 milligrams of
Okay.
caffeine. Um, so those are nice. It's just like a nice alternative when you're, like, not drinking too, but you, like, wanna
Mhm.
feel something because the caffeine will really get to you really quickly.
That's
Um,
good.
but I wouldn't recommend drinking more than 2. Espe Don't drink more than 1 if you're drinking, like, Diet Cokes throughout the day as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is like a
Um,
this is yeah, to me, this is like I would drink it on the way to work.
yeah,
Um, Drinking it on the way to work or like yeah, if I'm like about to go out or something
yep,
or and I'm not drinking, then I would drink this.
for sure. For sure, but
But
yeah, I love my
yes.
little Lonnies.
Yeah.
Do you like cherry? You like cherry.
Oh yeah, I love cherry.
Try the cherry twist next time. Not the cherry slush,
Okay, the
cherry twist.
twist. I saw all those and I was like, I I ordered from the vitamin shop because I don't know why. Because I didn't
'Cause
wanna
that
go
was my
look for
choice.
it.
Sure. You can
So
find
I
them
was just
pretty much
like
everywhere, just
yeah.
for future for future reference.
Well, yeah, I just didn't know if it was gonna be hard to find Pink Slush since
Yeah,
she was new. So, yeah, but I would have preferred to just buy, like, 2.
right. But how many do you have, Casey?
Um, I'll soon have 24. But
24!
that's part of my go off.
Well, it's a good thing you
Of
like it. Should we go off?
mhm.
Let's hear about it.
Let's go off.
Go off, Casey. Why do you why do you have 24 Alani energy drinks of the same flavor? Go on. Go
Okay,
off.
yeah. Might go off, and I've probably gone off about them before, but FedEx. FedEx, you have to do better. FedEx is so messy. Like, FedEx is always like, this is either gonna take a week to get to you, 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, or it's gonna show up, get marked as delivered. I'm never gonna get any kind of notification that it's been delivered, and then go looking for it 2 days later, say, "Oh, I wonder I should check up on this and see if it's shipped yet or what." And I click on it and it says, "Oh, it was delivered on Wednesday." And on the FedEx website, on the, like, little tracking page for FedEx, it says, like, "Click here for, proof of delivery." So I'm like, "Great, let's see where it is." I click on
Where
it,
is she?
and it says, "Okay, if you want proof of delivery, you're gonna need the shipper's account number." Excuse me? They don't wanna just show anyone, like, you think that there's someone out there that is tracking a package that isn't theirs and is gonna look for the proof of delivery and then go steal it before, like, the
Right.
person can get it? Like, it's like, "Babe, I've got the tracking number, and I just wanna see the proof of delivery here," but I could not see it because I did not have the shipper's account number. So then it's like, oh, well, if it's been delivered and you want to like notate that it hasn't been delivered, click here. So I click there to like alert them that I have not received it yet. So then it's like, okay, well, you need your what was the address? Address. What is the address it went to? So I type in the address and it's like, that's incorrect, babe. And
Huh?
I'm like, "But it's not." So then I removed the apartment number, and then it worked, and it's like, "Okay, we'll research it." So then this shipped into my Vitamin Shop order to get free shipping.
Oh
I had to
god.
spend $50 or something. So this was like 30. And so then I buy some Built Bars because I love my Built
We
Bars.
love our Built Bars.
Love my
I got
Built
her
Bars.
hooked. Got her hooked.
Mhm. So then I'm like, "Well, let me just get 12." Because I'm gonna buy them anyway. Let's just, get them all. So it shipped in 2 packages. So then I'm trying to alert them on the second package that also hasn't arrived. And I do the same thing again. "Oh, that address is incorrect." I try and remove the apartment. "Oh, that address is incorrect." So who knows what address is on that one? So then I reach out to Vitamin Shop and I said, "Hey, this says it was delivered on Wednesday. It's now Saturday, and, um, I never got it, and I couldn't see the, like, proof of delivery to see where it was, so I could know where to look for it." Like, "Oh, sorry about that." And they're like, "We'll just mail you some new ones." So those are now on the way. So they've just mailed me new ones, and I've already gone into FedEx and been like, "Send them to the FedEx shop
Yeah.
because I don't wanna deal with you guys in my parcel lockers," because here's what happened. Because I found them today, because I got a message that I had this is not a go off, this is just another story. But I got a message that I had a package in our parcel lockers. And there's a bunch of different sizes. If you live in an apartment complex, a bunch of different sizes, and then you have your little code and you scan it, and then one of the doors opens. But there's the big parcel locker. So oversized packages, random things. If the other ones are all full, then the Amazon driver or whoever driver will put it in the big locker. And they can also notate on there that, okay, it's in the big locker. So then you get your notification, you go scan it, and then opens the big locker and you got to find it. So it said I had a package in the big locker. And I didn't and it said it was from Amazon Prime. And I was like, that's weird because I didn't order anything from Amazon Prime. So I asked Joe, did you order from something from Amazon Prime? So I know what to look for. I go over there. I open the door. It's not as packed as it usually is. Sometimes it's like overflowing. Things are falling out at you, like super packed with shit. But it's not. But I'm looking, and I go through every single package, and I cannot find the package that they said was for me. But then I see an apartment number that is literally it's like we have the same 3 numbers and the 4th number is different.
Oh,
Like, we're a 5 and they're a 3. So it's
got it.
like, oh, I think they probably typed in this 5 instead of the 3, and that's the package that they've alerted me for because there's no picture or anything, and we weren't expecting anything. But then at the very bottom of the logger, because I went through every single package to see if Joe's thing mystery thing was there, there are my 2 Vitamin Shop orders at the very bottom, underneath, like, literally, like, 30 packages.
Oh my god.
And so I'm like, "Well, there were my things." I take them and I go with them, but I'm just like, "Why couldn't FedEx have just told me, like, oh,
Right.
it said they're in a parcel locker." So then I can tell the complex, "Hey, I think they're in this parcel locker. Can you unlock it for me?" It's just so annoying, and I don't like the Target shipped drivers either,
Oh my
because
god.
some of the drivers will drop it off at the front door. Love that. Love
Mhm.
that customer service, because what happens is when you order from Target, sometimes it'll ship from the store. Like, they're like, "We're not even gonna bother with bringing sending this from the warehouse.
Oh, that's nice.
It's in the store, so we're just gonna have one of the shipped drivers drive it over to you."
Oh, I didn't know they
So,
did that.
yes, so the ship driver will come, because some of them have texted me before and said, "Hey, what's the gate code? I'm your shipped driver."
Got
And I'm
it.
like, "Oh." So, so sometimes I'll leave it in front of my door. This guy just decided, "I'm not gonna do that. I'm also not gonna put it in a parcel locker." He just set it on top of the mailboxes. Like, I saw the picture of it, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, dude, like, this is how they
That's
get
not what you
stolen."
do.
So then I luckily, I was working from home, so I just walked over and grabbed it, but I'm just like, it's they all are doing it differently. I hate living in apartments because of this. It's just so frustrating. I know packages in general are frustrating, but I just hate the game of, like, is it gonna be here? Is it gonna be here? Is my neighbor gonna get it? Like, like, it's just like it's always something different. And then sometimes it appears 3 days later, because it's like, these I've got 12 more Built Bars on the way, and I've got 12 more Alanis on the way. So, and that's great, but it's also like, I just would love to not have to get to this point, to have to make Vitamin Shop reship them because FedEx
Right.
was a dummy.
It's too much. FedEx is my least favorite. The only good thing that FedEx does when they deliver to my house is they'll, like, instead of putting it right in front of my door, they, like, actually, like, try and put it behind
To
my
the
porch so it
side,
can't
yeah.
be seen. Whereas,
Uh-huh.
like, Amazon and UPS just, like, literally put it right on my step. Like, not even, like, close to the door, like, on the step, so
Oh,
any
yeah.
person
Mhm.
remotely close can be like, "There is a package on her front step."
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like, I ordered something on Monday, and this customer service was, like, so great. It was, like, an hour later, and they're like, "It's shipped." Like, the label is printed on a
Yeah.
Sunday, and I was like, "Wow, okay." I got really excited because, first of all, it's a new carry-on, and I'm very upset about it because my favorite carry-on is broken and cannot be fixed. We tried to take it to a repair
Oh, the
shop, and they were
shoe
like,
place?
yeah, they're like, "You can try and glue it, but, like, that's all I can tell you." And I was like, "Oh, that's really sad." So I did order a new, suitcase, and Jace was like, "Oh, I got the notification from FedEx. It's actually arriving on Wednesday." And I was like, "Amazing. That's so great." I looked today, it's not coming until Friday. I'm
Yeah.
like, "Why the fuck would you tell me it's coming on like, that's fine if it comes on Friday. I wasn't expecting to get it before my trip on Thursday." But, like, why would you even mention that it would come that much earlier when you know damn well it's not?
Yeah. Like, mine, and I'm looking at mine too, because they did the same thing. It was like, "Oh, it'll be here Thursday." But then FedEx was saying, "It's actually arriving the end of the day Tuesday." And I'm like, "Okay," because, you were in Phoenix, Arizona yesterday.
How in the world?
Yeah, like, so now it says, "Oh, now now they've removed the delivery date,
Yeah.
and it's in somewhere in Texas today." So, like, it might show up tomorrow or whatever, but it's just like, just pick a,
Just
like,
don't say it. Don't give me an estimated delivery until you
yeah.
actually know.
Yeah, like, don't give me a false time and then get my
No.
hopes up or
I know, I
whatever.
got so excited. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be able to bring it. How fun." I love it because now I have to bring my boring ass normal person suitcase. Jason didn't understand. He was like, "Well, you already have a carry-on." I was like, "This is my, like, normal human doing normal things carry-on.
Uh-huh, but I'm
I like
going
my
to
Yeah, but
Disney.
I'm going to Disney, So my
So
Disney
my fun
suitcase has to
one.
be different. It has to be
Mhm.
more exciting. He didn't understand that, and that's fine. Boys,
He wouldn't
but
understand.
he wouldn't, and that's okay.
Before you go off, are you staying on property?
I am staying on property.
Wow.
I know. It was like one time I was like, "You know what? It's also like our anniversary next week." And I was like, "Let's stay on property." And so I was
Mhm.
able to get a little TA rate. And
That's
we're staying in
nice.
the new DVC tower at the Disneyland Hotel.
Right. I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
I'm really
Wow.
excited.
Well, I'm
I'm really
excited to see close friends.
Oh, yeah. I'll definitely get that close friends content. Oh my god, did you see what I posted in the group chat today? Do you note there is a grad night special snack? Do you know what it is?
Oh, explain it to me because I didn't click on it.
So I had no idea. I posted a story to the Magical Miranda yesterday because I every time before
Uh-huh.
my
You
trip, I
gotta
have to go
ask.
through all of the menus and see what snacks I want because everything is always so different, even though we were just there in December. And
Always
I was like,
different.
"Am I missing anything?" And somebody was like, Are you going to get the grad night pickle?" And I was like, "What do you mean the
What
grad
do you
night
mean grad night
pickle?"
pickle?
There is a special grad night pickle that you can get right outside of Cars Land, like at one of the little stands there. And it is covered in chamoy and tahine and served with gummy worms and
Wow.
Takis. I am
I
like,
mean,
"Oh my god, that is perfect." I was first confused because she was like, "The grad night chili pickle," and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." I was like, "I don't eat meat, but, like, that sounds fun. Maybe Jace will wanna try it." And then
mhm.
when I looked it up, I was like, "Oh, no, you mean, like, tahini, like a chili, like, s a spice." But I said that, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, that's what I meant." But I was like, "Oh, I'm so" and apparently there's, like, also, like, tahini donuts. Um,
Oh,
Maisie
that's
Moo,
weird.
it is so many things, but if you remember, maybe you don't, on my personal Instagram, when Casey got me a chamoy pickle kit for my birthday one year, and it was like, you take the pickle if you've never had a chamoy pickle, like a DIY one, it's like you get the pickle, you wrap it in a fruit roll up, you put the chamoy on it, you put like you stuff gushers in it. It is like it's an experience that I think everybody must try at least once. Um,
Yeah,
it
cause you,
was
like
delightful.
you have to, like you kinda take out some of the pickle, right?
Yeah, you, like, take a bite of the pickle in order to,
Scoop
like
some of
and
it
you can
out.
scoop some of it out and then t in order to put the items in, and oh my gosh, it's just so delightful. So I'm very excited about that. We'll definitely post content,
Yeah.
obviously.
Are you gonna do
Yeah.
the mac and cheese?
Yep, the fiery hot mac and
Mhm.
cheese, that's on my list. I don't know if I'm gonna do maybe a because 'cause I'll probably obviously be sharing it with Jace, so we'll
Mhm.
probably do, like, the half regular mac and cheese from the
Yeah, because
hanger
I think
management.
it's well, yeah, cause it's like, there's the sampler one that's like
Yeah,
you get half regular, half
yeah.
whatever.
So we'll probably do that. Probably
Mhm.
do that. Gonna try the pickle sparkling lemonade from the refreshment corner. Gonna try that. We'll see.
Nice.
Yeah.
I keep seeing the posts about the pickle drink at Sonic, just getting a like a Dr.
Oh,
Pepper. You get a Dr. Pepper, this is on TikTok or something. It was like you get a Dr. Pepper and then you get a side of pickles and the juice and you just pour it into your Dr. Pepper and drink it. I'm like, this
what
is
in a Dr. Pepper?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know how I feel about that.
Mhm. I don't know.
Have
I
you tried
mean,
Jessica is in the chat and we've been talking about the Dr. Pepper coconut cream. Have you gotten it
oh,
yet?
I haven't gotten it.
I found the the diesel, the full-fledged one, but I'm waiting to find
Mhm.
the Dr. Pepper
I feel like
Zero with the
yeah, I feel
coconut.
like if I went to like um like the CVS or something, if
Oh,
I
yeah.
could probably find like a bottle of it, you know?
Yeah. I've looked at a couple places. I haven't been able to find. But yeah.
Oh yeah, Jessica, Sonic is not worth the drive. It's like I barely wanna drive to Sonic whenever it's like uh up the street. It's definitely not worth a 2-hour trip. Oh, they're
Yeah.
doing it in yes, they're doing it at In-N-Out as well. That's
Oh.
where I also saw it.
I think we're gonna have to try this live on pod. We're gonna have to get our DDPs and some pickles and figure this out
Yeah.
because
It sounds like
I
in
don't know if I'm
Chicago.
sold because I do like both of these. Ooh, yeah, that could be a Chicago moment because
Mhm.
I like DP and I like pickles. I just don't know how I feel. I'm imagining
Yeah.
both of them together, and I can't do it. My imagination's not there.
Yeah, I mean, I could do it at home. I've got pickles here.
I think I'm out of pickles, to be honest.
But I do have the coconut I do have the dirty soda, like, the
Creamer, yeah.
coconut creamer, which is probably I mean, but I'm not using it in Dr. Pepper. But I have some Diet Dr. Peppers, and I think they went bad. I
What do
have
you
this
mean?
I have this theory that the Diet Dr. Pepper or in Diet Coke, if they're warm or, like, they're not even
Oh,
when they're
yeah, if you
cold.
if you if you ever, like, F with it and take it out of the fridge and put it back into the fridge, they're done.
Mhm. Yeah. Like, I feel like I had some Diet Dr. Peppers. They're like a year old now because I brought them from my old apartment, and I had them at, like, the bottom of my, of the, pantry because
Mm,
I was like, no, I just want my Diet Cokes." And so I just been drinking my Diet Cokes, but then I had these Diet Dr. Peppers, and I put one in the fridge because I was out of Diet Cokes, and
oh.
I drank it, and it was just like the first sip was okay, and then it just tasted like nothing.
How long did you keep it in the fridge?
I mean, it was cold, it was, like, ice cold,
I'm
but
a firm believer of the marinating in the fridge.
it had went from my one fridge, got
Oh,
warm for
for
months,
yeah.
and now is cold again,
That's a good theory. I would say you're onto something because
and also yeah, and one time I stole a Diet Dr. Pepper that was in the work fridge,
no.
for months. Like, it was there and no one was drinking it, so I said, "I'm gonna drink this now because it's been sitting here." Then I was thinking, "What if it's been here since before the pandemic?" Because it was, like, 2021, and I'm like, "No one had been in here for a while." So,
I bet
it
it
just
was.
it was just I felt like it was old, so I think it went bad.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
There's too many
Anyways,
chemicals in it.
Miranda, are you ready to go off?
I am.
Okay, go
Okay.
off.
All right, I will. So, I don't understand what it is with the older generation and having their homes above 77 degrees. I don't get it. Is it an old person thing? Is it a regional thing? I went to visit my grandmother this weekend. She lives in Missouri. I walked into her home and Casey, it was 81 degrees in her house. And it was a hot day. It was maybe like 83 outside. And I was like, "What in the flying fuck?" It was like we got there at maybe like 12:30. So I was like, "Grandma, it's so warm in here." She goes, "Oh, you think so?" And I was like, "How what do you mean? I was like, "Do you not think it's hot?" And she was like, I kid you not. She was like, "I just thought I thought I was just sweating. I thought I may have been sick for a few days, and I
Oh
thought it was
my
just as hot." And I
gosh.
go, "Grandma, you didn't, like, decide to, like, just go look at your thermostat?" "No, I didn't." Her thermostat was still set to heat, so
Oh my
she had not even
gosh.
turned and the heat was set to, like, 72. So that means she has her heat set lower than what her air conditioning is set at during the
Yeah.
summer. And I was like, "Okay." So we get there and, like, because we were only doing, like, a one night thing, we just immediately, like, went to go to lunch and
Mhm.
whatever. I turned it over to cool, and I turned it down to 75. We leave, we're gone for a while, maybe, like, 6 hours. We come back, it's, like, 7:30. We walk into her condo. It was 94 degrees in the
Oh my
condo.
gosh.
The door was shut. My dad walks in first, I am right after, and it is like a wall of heat, and it is, like, pumping, and I'm like, holy fuck, there is no way I can stay in here this evening. There's no
Yeah.
way. I'm gone. I'm like, I will drive home. I will drive the 5.5 hours home right now. I cannot do this. My grandma did not even notice it was hot in there.
Didn't flinch.
Didn't even flinch. She's like, "Oh, I don't think it's too bad." I was like, "Grandma, it is 94. It's not even 94 degrees outside right now." Apparently, she kept saying to my mother, "Well, do you think Miranda turned on the heat accidentally? Do you think Miranda accidentally switched the wrong thing because they're so warm? Do you think she accidentally switched the heat on?" I was like, "Miss ma'am, it literally sa" I was like, "It is broken." I It took an hour and a half, but we, like, finally got it, and we kept, like, going in. We're like, "Oh, it's 89 now. Oh,
Oh
it's
my gosh.
85." By the time we went to bed, it was, like, 83, and it did eventually, like, get down to 77 before we woke up, but I was like, "How do you not?" I just don't understand. Like, if you're even, like, slightly uncomfortable, like, why do you not even think to turn your air down? Why don't you think to
Yeah.
turn your air on? Why
Yeah.
is it an old person thing? What switches when you get older?
Yes.
You would think it's the opposite. You would think you would, like, continuously, like, get hotter when you're older.
Uh-huh. Yeah, my theory is that this is my theory for all old people, is that when you get old, there's just so much that has gone wrong in your body or so many
Yeah.
little things that it's you just don't notice anymore. Like, like if you have if you're in a lot of pain, then it's like another thing added onto it. You're like, it's just all messed up. It's not even worth dealing with because I'm just like in pain. So that is my theory.
That's a good
Um,
point.
yeah. Like, but because my grandma is the same way. And and my uncle lives with her, and my uncle is, um, just a mess, and he will at one point, my peepaw had installed, like, a cover over the air conditioner because he would always
Like,
go
oh,
mess
I
with it.
love those. I love the, like, plastic things over
Yes,
it. Then you're like,
like,
"You need a special tool
install
to open this."
yes, but he would still get to it, and so every time we'd go over there, it always like, my niece is texting, my sister's texting, or I'm texting like, "Oh my gosh, it's so freaking hot in here." I've got the fans on, I've turned off every single light, like, I am doing everything in my like, everything that I can to get this heat down because it's like anybody turns on a light, you're like, "Turn it off, it's too hot." Like,
It's
I
too
don't get
warm.
it. I just don't get it.
Ah, it's wild.
And so
Truly.
then well, like, I remember, Thanksgiving, we were, like, giving my Mima a blanket because 'cause we're like, "Mima, we are burning up. If you are cold, take this blanket because it is just too much for us." And my uncle's walking around in a freaking, like his, like, freaking, like, parka jacket. Like,
Oh
it
my
will be
gosh.
the middle of summer, and he's got his jacket on. And I'm like, I mean, he's a mess, but it's just
That's
so
so
funny
funny.
because it's just like he'll go and then when when Joe met my family for the first time, we went over to my grandparents, and so he met my Uncle Thomas, and Uncle Thomas is schizophrenic. So he lives with my grandparents, and and, like, he met him, and within the time that we were there, my uncle had been walking in he goes in he'll go outside to smoke, and then I'll come back in, go outside, come in. And he was wearing his big jacket. It's April. He's got his big jacket on, and then at one point, he just took his shirt off and was and
Oh boy.
my Mima's like, "Thomas, put your shirt on." And but he's like, "It's just family," like,
Just comfortable with him, you know?
he's just comfortable, and then he would walk by, and he would pick up a harmonica, he would play one note and then set it down and walk away, and it was, like,
Honestly,
quite
that's a vibe.
honestly, it was just like, this couldn't have gone better because I'm like, "Joe, you just need to see
Joe,
it
this
all
is it.
happening at once because, like, this is content, like, this is comedy here." Just, like,
So good.
I'm, like, texting my niece, and I'm like, "Thomas just came in without a shirt on. Thomas just just played his harmonica, and my sister's texting back, "Oh, yeah, Thomas loves the harmonica."
That's so great.
But yeah,
Love that.
so
But yeah.
yeah, they need I don't know, get her a blanket or something, but yeah, you need to get her a nest so you can start turning it
Oh, I
down before
should.
you guys get there.
I know. I feel like every time we go, I'm always playing the game, like, at least, like, right before bed, I'm just, like, going down, I'm like, "Press, press, 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 press." I can't I gotta be able to I have to sleep. I have to sleep tonight. I
Yeah.
can't. I can't do it.
Ugh.
But I'm glad we got it fixed. My sister's visiting with some of her friends this weekend, and I was like, at least it was like us and you weren't having like real company, people who like never been there that you're like actually trying to entertain.
Mhm.
But mm, good times. Loved
Mhm.
it. So fun.
Is your sister gonna go to the, what is it, Big Dick Inn or whatever?
Big dicks halfway in.
Halfway in.
I don't think so because the best way to get there from my grandma's is via boat, and I don't think they will be on boat this weekend.
Oh.
I don't think they're like I mean, like my grandma used to have a boat, so that's why we used to go all the time. But they don't have a boat anymore, obviously. And
Mhm.
I think they're just like doing things by land. I'm not entirely sure. But
Mm.
then I'm also like, then why are
By
you going
land,
on
no
Memorial Day
sea.
weekend? But
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
It's an interesting place down there and
Mhm.
kind of horrifying. Let's
It's
be
yeah,
real.
I used to go down to, one of the lakes in Oklahoma, so, like, close to Missouri. It's all the same,
They're
it's
all
just
this.
like
That's where they
people.
should do a next reality show that you would watch is like a summer at the Lake of the Ozarks.
Oh, yeah. It would
Like,
be it would be like, Floribama Shore, but, like,
yes, it would
even worse.
absolutely, but even worse. Honestly, I
Yeah.
think that's a great idea, and I'm
Honestly,
shocked
I'm
they haven't done it
surprised
before.
I'm surprised it's not on, like, um, like WeTV or something, the people that do
Yeah.
Love After Lockup.
Yeah.
It may not make it to Bravo or something, but I
No,
could definitely see it on, like, TLC or, like, it's a Matt Sharp production, I could see it.
absolutely. Maybe
Yeah.
someday.
I'm too old for those, so I don't care.
Yeah.
'Cause, all those I remember the moment that I was like, "Oh, like, I could never" I mean, not that I would have ever been on Real World, but I'm like, "Oh, yeah, now I'm, like, too old to be on Real World."
We
But
are too old.
we're too old. I think the only show we could be on now is, like, The Circle, maybe. They sometimes hire oldies. But I also think that,
Maybe a new
like
one will be in development.
yeah, and I also think that, like, older folks, gosh, I'm still very
Oh,
young, but I think that, like, it's also harder to just book, like, people that are, like, have, like, careers and stuff because it's like,
right.
I can't leave for 4 weeks, like,
Yeah.
babe, it just, like, can't happen.
I guess Big Brother would be like
Mhm. But Big Brother
our
ends up
age.
only being, like, 2 weeks, doesn't or I don't know.
Yeah,
How long is Big Brother? Or,
I
like,
don't know. I
5
feel like it's
weeks?
longer. Our moderator is gone.
Yeah,
The moderator would know, but I feel like it's a long time because they like
mhm.
they're filming like they show it
They show it every
5 nights a
day.
week. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy how they actually show everything. That's
Although
good
I think
content.
yeah, I feel like Be Free and Free, like, watch Big Brother. They should know if they're still here.
Yeah,
I don't
chat,
know.
but
But yeah, but I don't know.
someday. That's why we
One
have
day.
close friends on Instagram. That's basically our little reality show.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, and
Based
I've gotta
sometimes.
yeah. I gotta talk some I've got some ideas also, but maybe even not for just close friends, because I think it would be fun to have, like, just a newsletter of, like, things like what we're listening to, what we're reading,
I like
what
that.
we're just whatever is, like, in for the moment, like, Miranda's snack and drink corner,
Yeah.
you
My
know, what
hyperfixation meal of the meal
hyperfixations,
of the week.
yes, I would love to see all that because
That's a
that's
good
how
idea.
that's how we grow, folks, you know?
I
So
think that's
because it
fun.
could be yeah, I don't know.
We could let's figure out if we wanna do, like, a template or how.
Yes, we could do something because we could just, like, throw it in Patreon and just have it free for anyone, like, anyone can look at it, you know, and we could
Yeah,
just post it on our story whenever we do it. I mean, I
yeah,
don't see us doing it more than, like, twice a month at best.
right, because, yeah, our interests don't change that often.
Yeah.
But I did share my hyperfixation meal on Close Friends tonight because it was the second
Oh,
night in a
yes.
row I tried my little cottage cheese crust. Oh, our moderator is in the chat. Wow.
He also sent me something to read.
Oh.
A comment from last week's, pod.
Oh,
So,
well, let's read it.
Boxy Time for All says, I really enjoyed the little book corner as I always like listening to people talk about books. While I think I would absolutely hate Emily Henry's books, a part of me still wants to give one of them a go just because they're so very popular. That was me. I had to know. But
Yeah.
then they do all sound so similar, which then annoys me, and I end up never starting one. That is literally me.
That's
I wanna be
again,
part of it, you know?
I read the one, and I have 4 other ones, but I have yet
Mhm.
to start. But so Jace is gone this week. We travel this week. I'm like, should I start another Emily Henry book? Like, should that be my plane journey? Because
Yeah.
we're flying Allegiant. It's a long direct
There's
flight.
no internet.
There's no internet. Like, I could download something, but will I be in the mood to watch whatever I decided to download? Who's
Yeah.
to say?
Who's to
So
say?
I might pick up another one and I can report back next week if it was any different or if
Mhm.
I just felt it was like italicized font. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
We'll see.
that's because yeah, I posted on story some of my audiobooks, that's not all of them that I've listened to,
Yeah,
but
I liked
I
how
was
you went and posted screenshots. And then I went and posted my little baby screenshot of my very few audiobooks that I had.
I listened to so many back in, like, 2021, and then, like, I think because I was making up for lost time. Like, I was listening to all these audiobooks that, like, had probably come out, like, before the pandemic, during the pandemic, and then, like, since then, I've been listening pretty consistently, but there's just less that are coming out now,
Yeah.
um, that I'm that interested in, but, um dun, dun, dun! Breaking
Did you get
news.
shut up. Did you get the email? Did you get in?
If you are receiving this email, congratulations. You've been selected for Fallout Theater's unnamed house team.
Casey!
Here are the teams.
Yay!
And I'm on the team
Which
with
the
the
girl?
girlies that I like. Um, very excited. I'm on
That's so exciting. Congrats.
I'm gonna eat some
Yay!
ice cream tonight.
Aw.
Wow, I can't wait. Okay, let's see. How many let me count how many people are in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of us.
That's a good
Wow.
group. Oh,
Mhm.
I'm so excited. So you'll have to let me know and I'll have to fly. That's when my next Austin trip will be. Is that the end
Yes,
of
you'll
a
have
month?
end of a month. Wow, who knew it would come and it's funny, the email says, "Fallout House teams," and then in parentheses, it says, "It's good news."
Oh, yeah, thanks.
I
That's
know, it's like,
good.
"Thank you for saying that," because I would have
It's
been
the
like,
least they could do after the callback fiasco.
"Yes, yes." Wow, how
Wow,
exciting.
people in the chat are blowing up with congrats for our vase, our improv legend.
Improv legend.
Wow.
Prepare to be sick of me.
Thank you,
I'm s
chat.
Thank you, chat.
Wow.
Thank you, chat. I will just say the person that
We gotta
was
get
taking on
in.
this screen time, they're on the other team.
Good. We don't need that energy. We don't
Don't
need
need it.
that. I'm happy
But
she made it,
wow,
but in
I'm so
that team will maybe learn. I'm so
excited.
excited for you. Oh, you're gonna be so good. Hopefully, you'll make new friends and that,
Yes.
um, they'll be exciting.
Yeah, I will say the girlies all look real good, like, I've seen some of them, like, just, like, in, like, the improv world and stuff, so I'm very excited
Oh, good.
about my team,
That's
and I hope
exciting.
they're excited to be my friend.
I who wouldn't be?
Who wouldn't wanna be my friend?
Truly. Losers, that too.
But
Oh,
yeah,
well,
I'm so glad
congrats, face.
we could open that email together
I'm so glad it
because,
actually timed out that way. Wow.
yeah, because I'm have ADD and I'm like, "Let me just check every notification I've got right now."
Yeah, you never know what's breaking.
Breaking news.
We are a breaking news pod after all.
Mhm. Yeah, shows are Be Free shows, I think, will be on Sunday nights. I think our first show will be the um, end of June. So, hopefully hopefully not the hopefully not the weekend that I'm out of town. I think it's always gonna be the last Sunday, so it should be, like,
Last
June
Sunday of the month.
30th. Yeah. But yeah, you're
Yay!
girly.
So exciting. Yep, we'll have to come down. We can come down in July. We can check into that. Ugh, those damn
Mhm.
Allegiant flights though. I'll have to come and work from Austin for a Sunday through
Oh, yeah.
Thursday
Yeah.
because we'll see what the times are like. Could be
Mhm.
risky.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so funny. After this, then we can leave. But I was looking through my, like, Chrome whatevers, like, like, your Google Chrome, like, gives you your, like, your news, like and it's all,
Oh,
like,
sure. I use
for
Safari,
you,
but it's fine.
It's like, this is about Summer House, this is about Summer House, this is about South Austin, this is about, like, millennials and Fall Guy, like, so it's all
Yes,
curated.
that's a curated base for
Yeah,
you. Good
and
to know.
it was saying something like, "Oh, there's gonna be, like, a nonstop flight for Austin to Northwest Arkansas for, like, the UT
Yes,
Arkansas
they're
game."
doing that now. They're selecting cities to do direct flights from
So
on Delta.
Miss Delta is doing it. So I get this message and I'm like, I'm just gonna look to see what it is because it is a nonstop and just no one flies nonstop from Austin to Arkansas because it's such a little tiny airport. Tell me why that flight, which is 2 hours,
How much?
$1,035,
Yes, that's the price they're doing. Ours is
or
go
yeah,
ahead.
or you could do first class. That's in economy or whatever basic. First class is only 1,300. Just go ahead and spend the 1,300 if you're already gonna pay 1,000.
Right, like, that's crazy. Our direct option is Des Moines to LAX, which first of all is annoying because we already fly to Allegiant to Santa Ana, like,
Yeah.
whatever, and it's for the Iowa at UCLA game, which is a game I actually wanted to go to because for
Mhm.
some fucking reason, I'm also a UCLA fan. I don't know why. But they're now in the same conference, which is very fun for me. Anyway, that round trip is also $1,030.
Like this is
But it was
like
first messed up. First, it was showing that it was $1,000 one way. So
oh,
anybody I don't there's no way anybody booked it in the last
there's
2
no
days
way.
because how silly, because it was a $2,000 round trip flight. And I'm like, "You could fly direct on Allegiant for $450, which is
Yeah.
expensive for that weekend."
Which is expensive for Allegiant. Yes.
But I was like, "How stupid do you have to be?" It's just I don't know,
Like
like, is it worth it? Like, can you not connect in Vegas for an hour?
yeah. Like, and that was the thing with the Delta ones too. It was like, oh, you could do the $1,000 one, or you could do the connecting one and get there in 3 hours
Yeah.
on a connecting flight for $400. It's just like, what are y'all doing?
Like, I think it's a fun idea.
but it's also like you should just have it go for what it should. It's like, why are
Right.
you doing? I can't believe you're doing a
Why are
thousand
yeah, why are
dollars.
we
It just seems like
It's
it's like when you price gouge,
yes.
it's definitely price gouging, and yes, there should be a premium on it, but, like, top it off at $600 or something, you know? So, it's like you're
If
already
you're
gonna be
gonna
making money.
if you're gonna do that, then you should make it like a specialty flight. Like, you should make it fun for the people
Make it
flying
fun.
there. Like,
Yes.
make it a themed like, everybody gets drinks. There's, like, specialty UT
Snacks.
cocktails on flight.
Yeah.
Like, you're playing the UT fight
Mhm.
song or, like, something like, make it an experience. And, like, who knows, maybe that is what they're doing, but they're not advertising it that way. They're just
Yeah.
advertising it as a direct flight.
Yeah. Or, like, have it be like, "It's this price, but we're actually donating to, like, a scholarship or something,"
Right.
or like, we're
Literally
working with
anything.
anything with the school to, like, you know, whatever. It's just like, this is madness.
It's
I was
silly.
just laughing, cackling, and then I'm like, "I can't tell anyone this because it's not no one else, like, would know this, but at least, like, I guess you knew it
I
from
did know it.
that they're doing it for other
Yeah.
people because I was just like, "This is bananas." Like,
It
literally
is
bonkers.
truly, truly bonkers.
Delta, you're on my fucking list for that
Always.
one. I wasn't even gonna go, but I'm still mad about it.
I was considering going it's also, like, Friday to Sunday. I was like, "Well, that's"
It's a perfect weekend trip, yeah, because I was like, "Oh, like, that would be fun to just even go there in November,"
right.
because I love Arkansas, and I wanna make Joe go one time, but he's like, "Why would we go?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I really don't know."
Just
But I
it's
like
another
it.
state. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever been to Arkansas.
It's pretty. She's pretty. I mean, you've
Someday.
basically been there if you've been to Missouri.
That's true. I probably have
Yeah.
driven through Arkansas. No, actually, I think I've been to Little Rock.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
she's not as pretty.
Yeah, I feel like I've driven through Little Rock and, like, stopped
Yeah.
at something. Who's to say?
Who's to say? Well, these girls have said all we have to say. I've gotta go alert the masses that
Yes!
I've
Spread the word! Spread the gospel!
spread the good word, spread the good improv.
So exciting. Let the people know. Let
Yes.
the fans know.
Yes, I will. Thank you all for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
I hope that you're enjoying Close Friends this month. We've got one more that will be coming out next Wednesday. We're going to be recapping Miranda's wonderful vacation in Disneyland, Pixar Fest.
Yes,
So I'll be excited
we
to hear about
all
that and all the
I'm
snackies
excited.
that you're going to get. And we've got our if you join on Patreon, then you get access to our close friends story. And you get and you can get all of the back stories from um basically December on. They're all
Yeah,
on there. We've got highlights. So I hope you'll think about joining us. You get 3 bonus episodes a month. It's very fun. Very good time. And the next month is gonna be, I mean, we've already talked about it before, but it's gonna be also another big month. Just
big
lots
month.
happening.
Lots
Can't
going
wait
on.
can't wait to be back in Chicago.
Chicago.
Gonna be staying on the Navy Pier.
Good for you.
You're like, "Have fun."
That's exciting for you.
But
Thank you, Jessica.
until
I
then,
will enjoy Disneyland. But yeah, we're lots going on, so make sure you join us because
mhm,
it is fun. You get to know
yep.
us on a deeper level on Close Friends, I feel.
Yeah, you are our besties.
You are.
And then our other besties will be back not next week, but the
I was
week
gonna say,
after.
there's no
You
way they
got
join
one
us
more week
next
of
week.
us, and then the boys are back.
The boys are
So
back.
enjoy it while you
The boys
can.
are back. That's a High School Musical 3 song. Thank you,
Thank you, Maisie.
girlies.
I appreciate it. I'm very excited. Anyone
Yes.
that saw my stories on Close Friends this weekend saw how excited I was and then confused but
All of the
you
emotions.
yes,
All right.
and
Yes, and let's end this pod.
all right. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Discovering voices, building worlds.